The spirits have acted as guardians of our world. They have granted me a power. The power to take a person's bending away. Permanently.
Hey, Sub-Furies! You know, hair bending should be a thing. Despite Amon's claim, the creators have confirmed that Amon actually uses water bending to remove people's bending abilities. But how does he do it? As in, what does he actually do to his opponents to remove these bending abilities? Let's get started. Before you continue, I highly recommend that you go and watch the first two videos on chakras and bending that we made leading up to this one. But because I know you won't, though you should, I'll give you a quick rundown of what we talked about. We talked about how the ability to master the air, water, earth, and fire chakras in the body can allow a bender to use advanced bending techniques like lightning bending. This is because bending powers are the ability to control one's chi to the point that you can extend it out into the environment around you, and chakras are focal points in your body for that chi to flow through you. Thus, mastery of the chakras can contribute to mastery of the elements. For more detail, you should click on the link up in the corner of the screen. Waterbending is perhaps the most unique element. It's arguably both the most deadly, with powers like bloodbending, and also the most versatile because, as Hama reminds us, water is everywhere. But in answering how Amon removed others' powers, I want to talk about a particular waterbending subskill: healing. Healing was first introduced in Book 1, Water, and to be perfectly honest, it didn't actually play a huge role in the overall Avatar story, except when it saved Aang's life at the end of the second season. So, how does it work? Pretty much, waterbenders can redirect the energy or the chi in another person's body to whichever part of the body needs to be healed, to a wound or an injury. And how do they do this? Well, this is the important part. Water can carry the chi down pathways throughout our body, pathways that we can actually see detailed in this mannequin in this clip when Katara goes to learn water healing in the Northern Water Tribe. Now, this ability is particularly effective on external physical wounds, as well as weird things like keeping Jinora's body alive when her spirit went for an adventure. But in both Guru Patik's talks of chi and chakras and in healing, there is a clear link and association between water and the ability of chi to flow throughout the body. Now, Amon, being a waterbending prodigy and a freaking badass, would undoubtedly have this water healing power. He's also a chi blocker, so he has an intimate knowledge of how chi travels through a bender's body. Knowing that water healing can carry chi through the body down these pathways, Amon could use advanced waterbending to stop the flow of chi through his enemies, thus preventing them from bending. And this theory would actually make sense of a couple of things. It would explain why non-benders like the Equalists and TLA can only temporarily take away people's bending. They rely on external injuries like pressure points to restrict these pathways down the body, while Amon can use his healing abilities to get inside his opponent's body and more permanently cut off those pathways and thereby remove their bending. And the creators have actually confirmed this theory for us. So it's not just a theory, it's fact. They said in an interview, "We have often shown the healing side of the waterbending arts, where a practitioner helps the chi flow more vigorously through the meridians in the body. Amon used bloodbending, the act of bending the fluid inside one's body to break these meridians in key places, severely disturbing or blocking the chi's flow and impairing one's ability to bend." Mystery solved, right? No, because we can, we shall, and we will go deeper than that. You know, I thought this was about the elemental air, water, earth, and fire chakras that we talked about in the previous two videos. But the creators didn't mention them specifically. Instead, they talk about breaking the key points in meridians in the body. So, what are meridians? Thing is, meridians are never mentioned in the show. At all. Ever. In either Aang or Korra. So I was a little more than puzzled until I found an interview with the creators where they talked about what inspired waterbending? Reiki, a holistic Buddhist healing technique. And what do you know, meridians are a thing in Reiki healing. They're defined as a network of psychic nerves where the energy or the chi can spiral in an ascending or descending fashion. That they channel the chi into, wait for it, chakras up and down the body. In other words, I think we can pretty safely say that the meridians that the creators talked about are the pathways that we see marked out on the mannequin in this clip. Like in this shot, think of meridians as the veins for chi in a bender's body, while chakras are the heart, the lungs, the stomach. Like blood flows through veins around the body to certain organs, chi flows through meridians to certain chakras in the body. And this would make even more sense because we see that Amon has the ability to block off specific elements. When Amon takes away Korra's bending in the finale, she later discovers that the ability to airbend has not been taken away. So these key points that the creators talk about Amon severing must be specific to certain elements. My theory is that those key points are the air, earth, fire, and water chakras. For example, when Amon took away Lightning Bolt Zolt's firebending, he used his water healing and blood bending to break the key points in the meridians that let chi flow into the fire chakra in the stomach. As established in our previous two videos, with no chi flowing into the fire chakra, no firebending. So when Amon took Korra's bending, he only severed the meridians in key places associated with the fire, earth, and water chakras, not the air chakra. It's possible that he didn't even know how to take away airbending, given that he had never practiced it before. So let's put all three of these videos together as concisely as possible. Number 1, bending is partially controlled by the ability for chi to flow through the air, water, earth, and fire chakras. 2, water healing allows waterbenders to manipulate how chi flows through another person's body. 3, chi flows through the body in things called meridians. 4, Amon used a mixture of blood bending and water healing to break key points in those meridians so that chi could not flow through them. 5, those key points in the meridians were where the chi flowed into the air, earth, fire, or water chakra. And 6, with no chi flowing into that elemental chakra, you cannot bend that element. Boom! I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. So what do you think? One theory that has popped up that I wanted to address was that Amon targeted the illusion and the sound chakras, located in the forehead and the neck. Mostly because when Amon removes people's bending, he always needs to have physical contact with those particular points of the body, even when doing it in private against Korra, so it's probably not for show. And I did look into this, but I personally couldn't find enough evidence or reasons behind it to support the argument, and I personally think that it's probably more likely that Amon just needed physical contact with the body in the forehead as kind of a way to access the water throughout the rest of the body. But there is one question that remains. What exactly does energy bending do if it was required to return people's bending? Unfortunately, I've been filming for a long time now, and we don't have quite time to get into that. But I'll make another video on it sometime soon. But that's all from me, Sub-Furies. My question to you is, who is your favourite villain from Avatar: Legend of Korra? We had some pretty damn epic villains, and Amon is certainly up there. In the meantime, follow me on Twitter, Wattpad, Facebook, or email me, or send me stuff that you've made at the links in the description below, or check out my other videos. Stay nerdy, Sub-Furies, and I'll see you in the future. What kind of bender would you be, Mishi? Hmm? Hmm?